Completely off his feet, so he will be doing some background running around. If you watched my video earlier this week, I have a show this Friday, and in that kiln opening, I had a big bowl, which developed a large crack. And I thought that I would be able to embrace the kintsu or wabi-sabi concept on that, and unfortunately, I don't believe that's true. Not only did it develop a crack, it also, the foot was uneven. I can grind it and do some things to it, but I'm in too much of a hurry, and luckily I had another bowl in process. And I was able to get it bisqued and glazed before the show this Friday. I'm looking at it right now, and it's lovely. And unfortunately, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's a really pretty piece. Here we go. It started out as 19 inches across in raw clay, and right now it is a little over 16. It is a very pretty piece. I like it a lot. I think it's quite special, and I would be proud to put this in the show with my name on it. The only thing is, unfortunately, and I'll bring this up close as I can to the camera, if you can see right here, it's a through and through crack. So that wasabi or the wabi-sabi, I'm going to do the gold there. I'm going to bring it down and across because it won't affect the form, fit, or function of this beautiful piece. So it's a combination of some of my favorite glazes. And if it doesn't sell, I hope I make this clear. I don't expect either of the pieces I'm putting in the show to actually win anything. But what I put in the show, I want to be proud of, to have my name associated with it. The more sculptural things win in shows more than these functional type pieces. Well, functional artworky sort of things. I love the carving. I did some freehand carving of flowers and feathers and the holes. I think it's a really pretty piece. I like the very runny look to it. I'm proud of it. I hope you like it too. Oh, I forgot to say, and I'm amiss, that if you would subscribe and hit the like button if you like what you see, that would be wonderful, and it helps me to know who's liking what I've been doing, and to take the positive comments you've been giving me, a really joyful thing. I do try to answer all the questions on some of the older videos. We haven't been looking back frequently enough. We will make a better effort on that, but most of the questions are all answered. So I am going to go to the next layer here. This is going to be a short oh, I like this piece. This is excuse me, apologize. These are the oyster plates I do, and gosh, I can't get sick of seeing these things. These are I just love them. I hope you can see the beauty in them. They're not just white, they're white and pink and blue, opalescent almost, and then the edge looking like a shell. I love that. I love this part, how it's rough without being sharp. The exterior is just lovely. And I have learned, I don't know if you can see the powdery dust that's coming off. What that is I have been learning that with the clay body that I use, which is porcelain from Coda from Kentucky Mud Works, it moves so much in the glaze. It expands and contracts and expands and contracts that it would get what they call plucks or pings, where little teeny chunks of the bottom of the pot would stick to the kiln shelf. And by adding alumina hydrate to my wax, the wax burns away, but the alumina hydrate stays as a powder, and so it can slide on this very fine powder that's super easy to wipe up. It's not as messy as sand. I love it, and I'm going to be doing it all the time. So again, I'm very, very happy with this piece, and I know somebody else will be too. So there's that. I have a dear friend who I gave one of those platters to, because she's going through some difficult times right now, and she loves oysters. So she was very moved and was grateful and wanted to know if I could make a smaller one for her. And I have, and I think that's down here, so we'll see in a second. Gosh, these whole shelves are so stinking heavy. Yep. Oh, well, there's some surprises in here. So I'll start here first with the small oyster bowl to go with the large. And as you can see, it's what she wants to do with this is she would like to put condiments in it. So I thought what you would do is fill this with ice and put a small jar or bowl of horseradish and cocktail sauce, thank you. And maybe lemons in the front. And that would be a really pretty serving piece. So that's what she wants this for. So I'm going to show it to her and see if it's what would make her happy. And if it will, I'm going to give it to her. The next piece, these did something I didn't expect them to. Wow. I used on the back of this, I don't know if you can see that, it has a real sheen. This is just underglaze, but it's from Spectrum. And I expected it to be completely matte. It's not matte. It has a glassiness, because what I want to do, I call these eggshells. And I'm not excited about that horizontal piece, but what I'm going to do is make these organic forms. As you can see, the black on the back. And then inside, I'm going to do them 22 karat gold. And they will be on a wall frame, and they'll hang on a wall, like in a bathroom or wherever you think they're cool. I think they're really neat. And they're super paper thin. That's why I call them eggshells, is I think the beauty of it, because it's porcelain. I don't know if you can see how paper thin that is. It's a 1/16 of an inch maybe. So I thought that would be really neat. Give these to Dan and he can put them over there. And the piece I'm kind of afraid to even touch, this is a thrown casserole dish. And I'm gonna just pick it up and show it to you. And I hand carved it all around. I threw the sides. I added a hand-built bottom, and the top is hand-built. What happened is that I just love it. I really like how it came out, except the big question was, do you fire it with the lid on, or do you fire it separate? Well, if you fire it with the lid on, it's going to stay nice throughout the firing, usually. If you fire it with the lid off, there's a chance of warping, like what happened on the big bowl. And then it won't fit right and won't sit right. But if you fire it with the lid on, as I did, there is a chance, even though I did the alumina hydrate and all that and waxed, that this lid fuses to this bottom. And if that happens, the whole piece is no good. So here goes. It worked, it worked, it worked, it worked, it worked. Oh God, I'm so happy. Isn't it neat? Look at that. 2 pieces, perfect. And then because this was a hand-built top, I don't know if you can see, I always include what's called a key. What's that? Oh, the chair. This is a key, so that, you know how if I put it the other way, yes, it fits, but it doesn't fit as nice. It is made and designed to fit like this. So to the buyer, they will know that this is the orientation. But I don't know if I'm going to sell this, because I really, really like this. This is raw clay, and the glaze that's on it is plain and simple. I went with the Bellissimo green tea, and hope you can see the detail. I carved here and here, and then this is all slip trail, and then I hand built the handles and sides, and I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. I'm really liking this a lot. I think I'm almost done. Goodness gracious. And you can see I got enough alumina hydrate on it so it wouldn't stick. Oh, I didn't show you the Kiln pyrometrics. It's a perfect cone 6. Might even be a little bit of a hot 6, because according to the chart, a full 6 would be when the tip comes even with this level part here. So that little extra means that it might be a little bit more than a 6, not much. And this is a 5, and you can see it's way past 5. That's why it's laying down like that. And that's what the cones tell us. Did you do what you were aiming to do? And in this case, we did. So I'll give you this, please. Okay, all those manipulations, everything here and there. And now we're down to the last layer. These are the last 2 pieces. One piece is completely experiment. I've never done this before. Other people have done them with, like with trinket plates, where they use glass and allow the glass to melt because, and then the glaze under it is a pretty look. I never knew how much glass to put in, and it's kind of unclear. If you do too much, it cracks and has sharp edges. You don't do enough, you get what I did. And I'll show you. So that's glass. All these dark pools are glass. And it lifts. So I'm not going to be a glass person. A lot of people have talked me away from it because as I get it up close, you'll see what I mean. There are little tiny, you can see all the crazing, and there are sharp pieces that lift. That's why you could never use this for food safe. A trinket dish maybe, but there's still that risk that somebody's going to reach in like I just did with my finger here, and I felt a sharp thing. So I'm not going to refire this. I'm going to throw it away. I know other people have good success. That's great, but it's just not my wheelhouse, I guess. So, and I'm not willing to work hard to make it work when it has that risk factor attached. Okay? Here. And last but not least, my parametric cone. Let's see what he had to say. Wow. See, it's just short of 6. So this is a 5, and then for this to be right level with that, that would be a perfect 6, but it's not. So it's about a 5.5, I think.
Ever since we added the fan, it seems like that bottom layer is cooler.
That's true. We ventilated the kiln now, so the bottom gets coolest because that's where the air is drawn out from. And here, last but not least, and if you followed the other video, every single one of these I picked out had the cookie attached, so I put aluminum hydrate on the foot and on the cookie. Let's hope, huh? Here we go. Ha ha ha! Ta-da! Complete success. Yay! So I can't believe that no matter how often you do pottery, you still learn and forget and skip over silly little things that make all the difference in the world. Sometimes I think we're gluttons for punishment. But I love the new stamp. I love this beachy, sandy look. I'm very, very happy. I think it's another pretty plate that I'm excited to use. And I hope you have a great day. Also, one last thing I wanted to mention. I am going to be doing first ever a luster fire, which is a very low temp. And I'm going to be running the 2 pieces for the show to add the gold, and also a sculptural vase with mother of pearl. And since it's only 3 quick little pieces, we'll probably try to do another video. I hope you can get to see that. That'll be in a few days. I'll have a great day. Bye-bye. Stay safe.